Complete Health Dentistry. Transforming your health for a lifetime.
Your child may have the latest wardrobe, school supplies, and sports equipment for the new school year, but do they have a healthy mouth and the tools they'll need to maintain it? Good morning. Welcome to Complete Health with Dr. Mike Rogers. I'm April, your host. As we begin back to school season, we decided to talk about back to school dental health today. Good morning, Dr. Rogers.
Good morning, April.
I know healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime is your passion. What are your tips for parents and children returning to school the end of this month? Like, what should my child's back to school checklist include?
The first is take your kids to the dentist. Schools require dental exams before starting school and periodically throughout their 12 years of school. Even if you homeschool or cyber school, I recommend checking with your school for their specific requirements. I have 8 secrets to a successful back-to-school dental checkup. Regular dental visits are important year-round, but a back-to-school checkup is key in fighting the most chronic childhood disease in school-age children, and that's decay or cavities. In fact, dental disease causes children to miss more than 51 million hours of school each year.
Wow, that's a lot of hours.
It sure is. Prevention and early detection can help avoid pain, trouble eating, difficulty speaking, school absences, and concentration for their studies. So, number 1, let's plan ahead. I know your summer is full of a bucket list with cookouts and camping trips and pool parties and all this other fun stuff. And it's easy to forget that we're heading into August here and school's just right around the corner. So let's get you booked. Let's get you into the office and take care of this all-important appointment to make sure everything's looking good before your child goes to school. Many parents may not think about it, and it just comes up and creeps up on you. Let's get you in and take this appointment in hand.
And I know we do still have some appointments available for the back-to-school exams.
Yes. 2, encourage age-appropriate dental habits at home. The best kind of checkup is a cavity-free one. Parents can help make this happen by encouraging their kids to brush twice a day for 2 minutes and floss once a day. I also recommend the following by age, some advice. 1, for ages 6 and under. At this age, your child may want to do all the brushing himself or herself, but they don't have the fine motor skills to be able to do it really, really well. Make sure you let them do what they want to do, and then you go in and help. Don't just assume they're getting it all at this age. During this age, the mouth is changing a lot, and children who are 5 or 6 are often brushing their teeth the same way they did when they were 2 or 3. And they're not accompanying or accounting for their growth and development, that there are more teeth coming in, and they're just getting in there. So parents need to be involved with that. Ages 7 to 12, at this age, your child knows what to do. She just may not want to do it. Keep encouraging healthy brushing and flossing habits. Be aware of the fact that sometimes you have to take over a little bit. By the time they are teenagers, they're starting to understand self-care, accountability for all their actions. Age 12 to 18, this is critical because at this time, research shows that cavities appear in kids in early age and in this age group because they think they know how to take care of it, and they think if they've had good checkups all along that they're not going to run into problems. And this is where when we start to fall short on helping our children remember to do this, it can come back and create an issue. They don't usually see the consequences of letting it go. And they also start to have more of a diet that they're control of. Point number 3, timing is everything. Time of day can make or break your child's appointment. It's important for your child of any age who's used to a nap not to schedule during nap time. If your child is always cranky when they wake up after a nap, you got to take that into account as well. For older children, avoid cramming that dental appointment in at the end of the day. I know it works for your schedule, but it may not work for your child's schedule. If they've had a long day, a lot of activities, if they've had tests or things like that, take that into account because it just may be too much and put them into overdrive. If you've got more than one child with you, the one child that had the best experience, this is point number 4, the child who's had the best experience in the dental office previously, have them go first. They can set the tone and the example for how a great dental visit can go. Then it makes the other ones be more successful through their visit. Number 5, a hungry child is not a happy patient. Feed your child a light meal before they have their appointment. Hungry people are grouchy, i.e. hangry. And also, this is a good idea to feed them just something light. Don't feed them in the waiting room because then the hygienist, the dentist, we all have to clean that stuff out beforehand. And it just makes what we have to do that much more difficult. If the child brushes before they come in, that's even a better point. Leave your anxiety as a parent. This is number 6. Leave your anxiety at the door. If your heart races at the thought of going to the dentist, your child's probably going to sense this, and ultimately they're going to pick it up. Most times I find that parents had an issue when they were real young in the dental office, and that's the same age that a lot of these children pick up the same experience. Number 7, keep it cool. If your child doesn't want to cooperate or gets upset during the visit, the worst thing that can happen is to kind of swoop in, take the child out of the chair, and then say, we'll get it done another time. It's just going to make the next time that much harder to get through the visit. It's the best way to work is with the dentist and the dental team, encouraging the child to make it through, and encourage a positive outcome at the end of the visit. Give the dentist every opportunity to correct it or turn it around in a safe environment. Number 8 would be take a card or two. We've got business cards all over the place. You want to keep them with you. Put them in your child's backpack in case there's a dental emergency. Give them to the school nurse so they know who to contact if there's an emergency. But by all means, take our number and keep it with you.
Dr. Rogers, when should you bring your child to the dentist? Like at what age?
I recommend bring your child by the time they turn 1, should be their first dental exam. But prior to that, if you could bring a child in with you while you're getting exams and cleanings, or if their siblings are getting exams and cleanings, once again, it helps kind of educate them that there's nothing that's going to be problematic or troublesome while they're there. And then as years go on, it makes life easier for the child to get through these appointments.
If my child has a cavity and a baby tooth, is it necessary to have that taken care of?
That's a great question. We get that all the time. And I'm going to answer it with it depends. It depends because baby teeth come out at different points throughout a child's young age. And so if the tooth has just come in or is still in and it's supposed to be there for a few years more to hold the space, because that baby tooth is designed to be the perfect spacer for the teeth around it, for the growing, developing adult tooth. So if there's a problem with that, you need to keep it till it's due time to come out. If it's right before it's supposed to come out, then in some instances we may say, just let it come out.
So what about if my child's teeth are coming in crooked? What should I do then?
That's a really great question. What we need to do is address what the cause is. Part of the cause could be airway growth and development issues causing the crowded teeth, or it could be a combination of the crowded teeth affecting airway growth and development and working against each other. Crowded teeth are always an indication of something's going on, and these something's going on can create or predict a problem in the future. Crowded teeth should always be addressed and corrected.
What age should that happen?
Crowded teeth can be looked at as early as age 3. And what I mean by crowded teeth, if your baby's teeth or your child's teeth at age 3 are perfectly aligned, there's no spaces or gaps, there's a very good chance that your child, when their permanent teeth come in, are going to have crowded, crooked teeth. So what we need to see in a child with just baby teeth are a lot of big open spaces. That means there's going to be room for the grown-up teeth to come in with less likelihood of crowding and issues.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. So there's so much more to scheduling a dental checkup than just a phone call. There's planning around naps, meals, busy summer schedules, and vacations. Even deciding who goes first. And then making sure you brush before your appointment. And then finally, that phone call. We still have appointments available at our office. Call today at 570-253-5000 to schedule your child's back-to-school checkup. You are listening to Complete Health with Dr. Mike Rogers. When we come back, we will discuss more of Dr. Rogers' recommendations for your child's back-to-school checklist.
Does your child or grandchild snore, have dark circles under their eyes, wet the bed, sleepwalk, have nightmares, or have been diagnosed with ADHD? Did you know these and many other conditions that are present in our children today may be an indication of improper growth and development caused by difficulty with their airway, breathing, and swallowing? These conditions, if left untreated, can lead to health problems in their future. Hi, this is Dr. Mike Rogers of Complete Health Dentistry of Northeast Pennsylvania, and I can help. In my office, we help by guiding growth through a program we call Forwardonics. By realigning chewing pressures, rest posture, airway, and swallowing, we can redirect your child to eliminate these problems and get them back on track to proper growth, development, and breathing. Call me at 570-253-5000 to get your child the air they need.
Complete Health Dentistry. Transforming your health for a lifetime.
Welcome back to Complete Health with Dr. Mike Rogers. Doctor, before the break, you gave our listeners your 8 secrets to a successful back-to-school dental checkup. What other recommendations do you have for your child's back-to-school checklist?
Pack your kids a healthier lunch.
Do you have any recommendations for our listeners on how to do that?
Yes. I'll give you some recommendations here. Say no to applesauce and fruit cups. Both of these are easy to pack, portable, and they seem great, but they're packed and loaded with both natural and a lot of added sugars. And these promote cavities, meaning they make them more prevalent. Try small container of cottage cheese instead.
That's a great idea. To spice that up, you could toss on some blueberries or sliced strawberries for extra flavor. This morning I had some cottage cheese and put some pecans in it.
Awesome. Choose real fruit, not fruit snacks and fruit leathers, which are popular amongst kids and adults because it's easy to pack again. It's not real great to see what happens when using these by the dentist or the hygienist. These sticky snacks can cling to the teeth and encourage plaque. And then what I recommend is go for the real deal instead. Offer slices of banana, apple, strawberries. Try no prep options like grapes and mandarin oranges. Plain milk is best. Milk is a great source of calcium, but flavored options like chocolate and strawberry contain added sugars that can cause decay. Swap out these sweet options with plain milk to cut out the unnecessary sugar.
You could also, to make the plain milk more fun, you could add a drop of food coloring.
That's a great idea.
And also, if your kids don't like milk, one of ours was not too keen on milk, string cheese is another good dairy option.
Skip starchy snacks. Salty snacks like pretzels, chips, crackers may seem okay because they're low in sugar, but don't be mistaken. Simple starches can be just as bad as sweets, if not worse. These snacks break down into a sticky, gooey mess and coat the teeth with stuff causing cavities. Looking for more crunchy alternatives? Try sunflower seeds, almonds, other nuts, or baby carrots.
Another savory snack could be hard-boiled eggs or chunks of cheddar cheese even.
Great. Choose colorful vegetables. Give your kids a choice or an assortment of colors. Kids who are more likely to eat snacks that are appealing, and different colors feature different vitamins and minerals. Red and orange veggies are usually high in vitamin C, which is good for healthy gums, while leafy green vegetables are good sources of calcium for strong teeth and bones. Consider cherry tomatoes, strips of red and orange bell peppers, steamed broccoli with melted cheese even. Don't forget about the fun-to-eat snacks like snap peas and edamame. Also, if your child eats in the school cafeteria, review healthy, balanced food choices with him or her before the first day of school. Cut back on sugary foods and soft drinks.
Great information. I wish I had these recommendations when our kids were in school. The fruit roll-ups and fruit snacks were very popular. How
Yes,
about your
they were.
thoughts on brushing and flossing for back to school, especially when life gets busy with new schedules?
I recommend you make brushing and flossing fun. Keep their mouths healthy. Kids need to brush twice a day for 2 minutes at a time. They should also floss every day, preferably after dinner. Another thing you can find is a child-friendly floss holder. And that it's a Y-shaped device that floss goes between, and it'll help them floss easier.
That's a great idea.
Make sure your children learn and know how to brush their tongue or even scrape their tongue. This is a place that a lot of bacteria hides, is on the top of their tongue. So learn how to do that. And another point would be replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months or sooner if the bristles are frayed. Additionally, have a few extra on hand. As we know, back to school means increased amount of germs your kids are going to bring home. If your child becomes sick, replace their toothbrush immediately to quit spreading the bacteria in the house. April, as a mom, you always came up with some great ideas for fun ways to make toothbrushing fun. Can you share some ideas with us?
Certainly. Well, you could use a sticker calendar and let your kids place stickers on each day to represent brushing and flossing.
Great idea.
Another thing you can do is collect your kids' favorite 2-minute songs and play music for 2 minutes while they brush, and they know that they have to continually brush until that music is over. You can also personalize with each child. Having 3 children, it was really important to me to make sure that each one of them felt important. So I allowed each child to pick their own toothbrush, usually a themed toothbrush or a special color, their favorite color. And I always had our kids use soft bristled toothbrushes. I know that you always recommended that. They can clean their teeth without causing any unnecessary irritation. If it's too hard, I know that they would get sores in their mouth. And also, when you have smaller children, make sure the size of the toothbrush is comfortable for your child's mouth.
April, those are great ideas. Thank you.
You're listening to Complete Health with Dr. Mike Rogers. When we come back, we will discuss prevention and how it relates to back to school.
Complete Health Dentistry.
As we begin a new sports season, Dr. Mike Rogers of Complete Health Dentistry of NEPA is reminding athletes of all ages of the importance of wearing mouth guards. Mouth guards are used to protect your teeth, gums, lips, and jaw from injury and help redistribute forces from a blow to the head, preventing a lifetime of future dental problems due to broken or knocked out teeth. A mouth guard should be worn even if you wear braces. To support our local sports teams, our office will be holding several mouth guard clinics. You can get a custom-fitted mouth guard for only $45. Just mention this commercial and the sport you play. These mouth guards can be made with your school colors. Call our office for more information and to reserve your time. 570-253-5000.
Complete Health Dentistry. Transforming your health for a lifetime.
Welcome Welcome back to Complete Health with Dr. Mike Rogers. Dr. Rogers, I know at our office you recommend sealants for molars before they get cavities. Can you explain why you recommend them?
Well, April, children are prone to cavities because of the natural shape of their growing or developing teeth. When first molars come in about the age of 6, deep crevices called pits and fissures form on the biting surface. These pits and fissures, or nooks and crannies, are so narrow that the bristles of our toothbrush cannot reach down into them, making them very difficult to clean. However, these crevices provide a great hiding place for bacteria that can promote or create decay.
Oh, wow.
Children's eating habits also lead to cavities because their diets generally include frequent snacking. Children are usually brushing their own teeth by the age of 6 and may not be doing an adequate job. They rarely brush as often as necessary, and their technique may need an occasional help from parents.
Can you explain to our listeners what sealants actually do and how they're applied?
Well, dental sealants can protect your children's teeth from cavities. Sealants are applied to the chewing surfaces of the molars to act as a barrier between the tooth and harmful bacteria. They are most effective when applied to the biting surfaces as soon as the teeth come in. Here's how a sealant works, April. The sealing material is applied to the tooth surface using a conditioning gel. The sealant partially penetrates into the tooth enamel, ensuring that it firmly is attached to the tooth. Once applied, the sealant fills in the tooth grooves, hardens, and creates a thin plastic barrier that keeps cavity-causing bacteria out of those nooks and crannies.
So, doctor, application is actually fast and painless.
Yes, your child would be happy to know that with sealants, there's no drilling and no discomfort. Sealants have been proven to be safe, durable, and effective.
What about fluoride?
Fluoride is another way to protect your children's teeth from tooth decay. I recommend a fluoridated toothpaste twice a day. A fluoride rinse can also be effective, along with a prescription fluoride tablet that helps developing or growing teeth.
So we're applying fluoride in our office, right?
Yes. In-office fluoride treatments are a great adjunct to jumpstart because the best time to apply fluoride is right after they've been cleaned the teeth.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks ago, we did an entire show on safety in sports and wearing mouth guards. I'm sure that's on your back-to-school list of recommendations. Can you briefly touch on that?
Yep. Now that kids are back in participating for fall sports already, wearing a properly fitted mouth guard while participating in sports like football, field hockey, lacrosse, things like that, a custom-made mouth guard can help protect teeth, lips, jaws from injury. Being active is great for kids, but costly and scary emergency trips to the dentist are not. So keep them safe with a custom-made mouth guard in our office.
So another topic you're passionate about when you talk dentistry with parents is proper breathing during sleep. I know we have treatments for these sleep problems and bedwetting. How are these problems connected to the mouth?
Proper nasal breathing, especially during sleep, is important to proper growth and development of our children. If a child has poor airway development due to allergies, habits, nutrition, it can lead to improper growth and development of the child's skull, face, jaws, teeth, and airway. The airway problems can begin as early as birth, and once they start, it limits how the jaws and teeth develop. This problem with the teeth and jaws then contribute in a vicious cycle of dental problems contributing to growth and development problems and more airway problems, which in turn create more and more tooth and jaw problems.
Wow, that is a vicious cycle.
It sure is. Many medical studies confirm the link between improper nasal breathing during sleep and many symptoms and conditions that aren't thought of as an airway problem. And these all can be treated in our office.
Can you tell our listeners what are some of the symptoms or conditions that have been linked back to improper sleep breathing and what parents can be on the lookout for in relation to school?
Yes. There are many things a parent can look for that can be an indication of improper nasal breathing during sleep. Now keep in mind, this is just a small partial list. And there's many more things that can be looked at as well, and we do in our office. Snoring is a major one. If your child stops breathing while they sleep, that's a big indication of an airway issue. Going back to school or heading back to school, ADHD, restlessness, things like that are also indications that maybe there's a sleep-related airway issue. Daytime fatigue and sleepiness of your child, difficulties in school and poor school performance, and also, as you mentioned, bedwetting.
Bedwetting, really? That's related to school performance.
Well, not related to school performance, April, but it's related to the airway problem. And what happens is studies show that if the child isn't getting proper oxygenation while they sleep, it can actually increase their likelihood to wet the bed at night.
Wow. As a former elementary school teacher, I can certainly understand how bedwetting can affect a child's self-esteem and also their ability to be able to socialize with friends. That can all be negatively influenced by this. I know one of the biggest parts of our kids' elementary school years were the sleepovers. And if a child can't or isn't able to join the others because of a sleep problem, that can be devastating for them, right?
Yes, it really can impact the child for life. Not to mention growth and development issues that child's always going to have, but also future medical issues, that this is just the tip of the iceberg, where it's indicating something else. Medical problems in their future could be increase in likelihood of diabetes, stroke, heart attack, and even sleep apnea. So all of these, along with potential issues for tooth problems, jaw problems, smile problems, it can be a lifetime of agony for some people.
So what can be done for these children with sleep-related airway issues?
We've had a lot of success in helping growing children get back on track to eliminate their sleep-related nasal breathing problems. By using a series of special orthodontic appliances and myofunctional exercises, we can help the child grow and develop more normal and eliminate these issues.
So does that mean braces?
It's a form of orthodontics without traditional braces on their teeth. It's more of a more natural way to correct it long before they get to that age.
So there's no brackets and bands, it's just an appliance?
Correct.
Interesting. Well, to schedule an appointment for your child's back-to-school dental exam, or if you have concerns about your child's improper nasal breathing and want some help, call our office, 570-253-5000. And if you would like to listen to previous episodes of Complete Health with Dr. Mike Rogers, visit our website at CompleteHealthDentistryofNEPA.com. You're listening to Complete Health with Dr. Mike Rogers, where we are transforming your health for a lifetime.
Complete Health Dentistry. Transforming your health for a lifetime.
Did you know the health of your gums can affect both getting pregnant and staying pregnant, and also ensuring you have a healthy pregnancy and baby? Hi, this is April from Complete Health Dentistry, where your health and the health and well-being of your growing baby are very important to us. Studies show that gum problems from very mild to severe can create fertility and pregnancy complications. In our office, we have simple tests to determine the bacteria that could cause these problems, and also ways to treat it if you do have a problem. Going through my pregnancies, I did all I could to stay and keep healthy and to make sure my pregnancies were uneventful. If that's your goal, call us. Set an appointment to keep you and your baby healthy. 570-253-5000, where we are transforming you and your family's health for a lifetime.
Complete Health Dentistry. Transforming your health